Special Teams Player of the Week. Lincoln Lions women's soccer star and football player. She's a kicker, Kennedy Schoennauer. You heard that right. Kennedy kicked the difference maker in their win over Santa Teresa last Thursday night. 27-24 was the final. She contributed 7 total points in the game. Congrats, Kennedy. Good luck this Friday against Leland. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Get Sports Focus, segment number 2. This is the uncut segment, and we're going to kick things off with the Special Teams Player of the Week, the top dog Special Teams Player of the Week for week number 10. We are waiting for Miss Kennedy Schoennauer from Lincoln High School. That's why Manalo's here with me, because he was the one who made the connection. We have Kennedy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Hey, Manalo. I got 2 Lincoln Lions right here. One is Manalo and the other one's Kennedy. Both are soccer players. And congratulations, first of all.
Thank you.
Thank you for making the time. I know you have a busy schedule. You're probably going to practice right after this, but I told Manalo, we got to talk to her. We got to talk to her.
Thanks for having me.
No. I actually knew about you because of the soccer, all the soccer accolades that you've gotten in the last 3 years, but I didn't know you were on the football team.
Yeah.
So why don't we start with that? Tell us, go ahead and introduce yourself and kind of go into your athletic background.
Okay. Well,
as far back as you want to go.
Okay. So, I'm Kennedy. I first started playing soccer in elementary school when all the kids would go out and play at like break, and I would just go play with them. And then that's when I first started playing. And then I also have a twin sister, so our parents signed us up to play rec soccer, and that's kind of where it all started. And then we joined a club team when we were 6, and then we've played club soccer ever since. So that's kind of how like the soccer part of like my life started.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you play flag football or football at all, like before high school?
No, high school football is the first time I've ever played football.
I see.
Yeah.
And how did that happen?
My dad went to Stanford, and ever since we were born, we would go to all of the home football games at Stanford. So whenever Stanford would score a touchdown, the kickers would come out, and my grandma would always be like, "Oh, like you could be doing that," like because I play soccer, obviously.
Yeah.
So freshman year is when I first started, like maybe I can do that, and that's kind of how it all started.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you were 6, 7, 8 years old at that time?
For football?
Yeah, when you went to those Stanford football games?
Oh yeah, we've been going to the Stanford football games like our whole life. So
Wow.
yeah,
So you saw like Andrew Luck and
yeah. Christian
Christian
McCaffrey.
McCaffrey. Yeah. That's awesome. Oh man. Yeah, because so I was talking to Coach Collins and I asked him, like, hey, so I already I knew what happened, and I asked him, I was like, somebody nominated your kicker for a special teams player of the week. So I'm just confirming it. And then he went off and he started talking about you. And I was like, wait, Kennedy, like the soccer Kennedy? And he was like, yeah. And I thought you just joined this year.
Yeah. I
Manalo, you're supposed to tell me these things.
I don't know.
So, all right, cool. That's awesome. And Manalo is also telling me that you're going to be playing at the next level as far as soccer. Tell us
yeah.
about that.
I committed to the University of Utah last December to play soccer, and yeah, I'm excited for that.
Man, that's awesome. So, as far as high school soccer, give us a little bit of like kind of like an outline of how you've been doing and the team this past 3 years.
Let's see. So starting freshman year, we had a rough season, but it was kind of just like the beginning. There's 4 of us that have been on varsity since our freshman year. and we've kind of been able to like help build the program up. So starting freshman year, it wasn't like the best, but sophomore year during COVID, we actually won CCS, which was different because starting from like lower in B League to being at the top league champs undefeated and then winning CCS is something that like was really good for us. And then last year we got moved up to A League. But we lost in the finals of CCS in PKs. But just the fact that we got to like the finals while playing in A League was a big accomplishment for us.
Nice.
That's really good.
So what is it with Lincoln and soccer? It seems like those two sport like dominate like the athletic department over there.
Soccer's definitely been like a main sport at Lincoln for boys and girls.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I have no idea.
Is it coaching or?
I'd say coaching definitely has a lot to do with it. Like the boys coach is definitely like experienced and knows what he's doing. And Dave, obviously for us, has been a big part in like our success.
Nice. So I'm familiar with football. Manala's familiar with a lot more familiar with soccer. But as far as like your journey, committing to Utah and all that stuff, what was that like? Did you do a lot of club also, or did you just play high school soccer at Lincoln?
So honestly, for like the next level, I'd say club is definitely what's helped me get noticed. So I play on MVLA and our team's ECNL, which is like a national league. So we travel to other states for like showcases and stuff, which is where like coaches come out. So ever since freshman year, when we went on those showcases, I would like send them my schedule and like highlights and stuff like that just to like get noticed. And obviously during COVID, that was kind of rough since there wasn't any travel. But luckily, Coach Hideki, who will be my coach next year, first noticed me when he was at Stanford because he was the assistant coach at Stanford. So that's where he first noticed me and then reached out to me like earlier last year.
And then how long did it take you to decide to?
I had three main decisions, schools that I could decide from. And I basically had however long I like wanted, but once I got the offer, I knew that I had to like start deciding. So I committed in December and I actually sign next Wednesday.
Oh, that's awesome.
Dang. That's cool.
November 9th is National Signing Day. So
is it the early signing day period or?
Yeah. It's like early decision technically for admissions, but that's like when soccer players sign.
That's awesome. Did you ever get any like for the football part of your high school career, did they ever tell you like, hey, why are you playing football? You don't have to play football.
Yeah, I've definitely gotten a lot of like comments on like, oh, you don't want to get hurt, all that kind of stuff. But when it comes to football, all I do is like PATs and field goals because I'm not able to be touched. So I've kind of like gone through the process where like I know I need to be safe and like I know where like I know what I should and shouldn't do. So I know that I shouldn't be doing certain things when it comes to football just so that I like stay safe and don't get hurt.
So that long snapper needs to be right on point.
Yeah.
Holder.
Tyen's been doing good. And
That's
same
awesome.
with my holder Sal, and then obviously the line, they've been doing a good job to protect me.
Oh, is it Sal Espinosa?
Yeah. Sal's
Oh,
Oh, sick.
Yeah, we know Sal. He played 7-on-7 for us.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Yeah, you guys are really good this year, and I was super. I don't know what happened with the what is it, Live Oak?
Yeah.
That you guys lost.
Yeah.
But I heard you guys had a couple of key injuries. But tell me about football so far, though. Like, what is it like being part of this team and playing for Coach Collins? And it seems like a really close team.
Yeah, it's definitely been a fun season, especially since we've been like successful. Obviously we had that hard game, but like we knew that there's gonna be ups and downs in this season. So we knew that we just had to like move on. But when it comes to playing, like going to practice every day is always a lot of fun. And just obviously I don't do much besides kick, but just like watching and seeing how like the players can just forget about like their personal life and just be able to focus on football and like play the game is like a lot of fun to watch.
So you've never thought about like running the ball or going out for a pass or
Uh,
somebody?
well, actually, last season I actually played. I was a backup DB, which is a defensive
Nice.
back.
Oh,
So I played 2 games, like on the field, actually doing something, until I got lectured saying that like I need to think about soccer and like what could happen if I were to get hurt. So I played 2 games, like backup, just going in once we had like a big lead, and then I've never done it since. But it was definitely fun while it lasted.
That's awesome. So tell me about this game against Santa Teresa. Unfortunately I was at the other game at Willow Glen, but what was this game like? I know it came down to your kick, right? Like,
Yeah.
what was the situation?
Well, it was a close game the whole game. We went off the field at halftime. We were down. I think it was, I don't remember, like 10-7 or 10-6 or something. So we started a little bit rough, but since it was close, I knew that like it might have to come down to like a PAT or a field goal to like get us the lead. But when I kicked the winning field goal, we were actually a touchdown ahead. So at the time, it wasn't the game winning, like it wouldn't have been the game winning field goal, but Santa Teresa had that like last minute touchdown that made it a 3-point game, and then it was enough to give us the win. So
Nice.
yeah, it was
So
definitely like, an important game.
in your last 3 and 10 games now, I guess 3 years and 9 games. You have one more this Friday. What's been the most memorable part of being part of this team?
Honestly, just the
Like
way.
on the field. Let's
Okay,
do on the
on the
field
field,
first.
I'd say just the chance that Coach Collins let me kick those field goals. Because I'd say when it comes to high school football, there aren't many coaches who trust their kickers to go out there and kick field goals. But Coach Collins definitely like believed in me, believed in the everyone else who comes on the field with me. And he just gave us that chance to like go out there and get 3 points on the board.
Nice.
So that's definitely during senior night, having those 2 field goals were definitely like
Oh, that's right.
it was definitely a good memory for me.
Nice. What about just being part of the team?
But yeah, being on the team, it's obviously a lot of fun. And the best part to me is like the way that the boys treat me like family. And obviously, like there aren't many girls who are out there playing football. And the fact that like I go out there and they're like brothers to me is something that I've always liked. And there's never been any times where they've like talked down to me or talked bad about me. And they're just very like welcoming, and they've always been nice and supported me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so
cool.
cool.
That's good.
Manalo, you gonna say something or are you just gonna watch?
Well, yeah, I got a question about there was a season for I think it was for Lincoln where you had like a crazy amount of goals. I just want to know like how many goals did you have? Like
Wait, which season? Cause let's see.
There's three of them.
Freshman
it
year I had
was I think it
30
was sophomore season.
so
Was it?
during COVID.
Yeah, I think so.
I think sophomore season I had 38 goals.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy. That's
Yeah,
really good.
thank you.
And then
Wow.
one more question. So about Gothia Cup, it's a really big international cup.
Mhm.
A lot of really good clubs go over there to compete for the Gothia Cup. How you feel about winning the Gothia Cup, first of all?
That was crazy. Like just the fact that we got the chance to even go to like play soccer in a different country is something that I'll never forget. And our team was like stacked. Like we had the best players, I'd say in like California, and just it was like a lot of fun. And we went out there and we like blew out every team.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Wow. That's awesome. Like at some point during this interview, there couple more questions, but I need to know, how do we say your last name?
Schoennauer.
Schoennauer.
Yeah.
Schoennauer. Okay, Schoennauer.
So I said it
It's
wrong.
definitely easier than it
I said
looks.
Schoennauer.
Close enough. I'm fine with that. Fine with
That's Schoennauer.
that. Yeah.
Kennedy Schoennauer.
Yes.
Nice. You mentioned COVID, that whole, how did you deal with that? Like, how were you able to kind of go about your business and keep training and all that stuff during that? Because your class, I always tell the 2023s, your class, you guys went through a lot of stuff, fire, smoke, COVID.
Yeah, definitely, it's definitely been a lot. But during quarantine, I'd say the best part for me when it comes to soccer was, I mean, obviously there wasn't much that was good, especially since like club had to stop, no contact, most fields were shut, kind of stuff
Yeah.
like that. But I'd say having like my twin sister to just motivate me to like go out on runs, like go work out, go kick the ball against the wall, or just go to the field and kick the ball definitely helped me like keep up to my level. And I'd say when we went back to games and practice after quarantine, you could definitely tell who went out and like worked on their own and who got better. And I'd say just the fact that we would go out every day and just go shoot and go practice and train definitely helped us like, stay as good as we were.
Nice. So
Yeah.
what is your goal for the future?
Uh, that's a good question, but
That's
I'd
a
say
loaded question.
yeah. I'd say that's a lot to think about, but personally, when it comes to college soccer, I want to go in and like make a spot on the team, travel with the team, and like play as much as I can. But obviously that's like a big like goal to fill, you know, going to play in like the Pac-12 especially. But obviously it's gonna take a lot of work, and we'll see how it goes.
Now, as far as career wise, like other than soccer, what else is on your mind as far as like what do you want to be when you grow up?
Um, I don't even know. I've always had interest in like public speaking. Um, when I was 12, I actually spoke at the Women's March in front of like 40,000
Nice.
people. So that's kind of like taught me that I'm able to like speak in front of people.
What was
Um,
that like?
that was like something I've never even experienced. Obviously I was young, so I didn't really know what exactly was happening. But now that I think about it, like I don't even think I could do that now. Just speaking about like such an important like public topic in front of almost like 50,000 people.
That's pretty much like yeah, like the world, because I'm
Yeah,
pretty it's somewhere in the internet somewhere.
it's definitely on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna have to Google that.
That's pretty cool.
So your journey with this football team, what lessons have you learned just being with these guys? I'm assuming you're the only girl on the team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what lessons have you learned just hanging out with this with this group of guys?
I'd say you just need to stay focused on your goals, because obviously there's a lot of things that distract everybody, like family problems, like friendship problems, or even school. But you just need to like know what your goal is and like accomplish them by doing the small things, by working hard, having close friendships, being close to people who are going to help you. And that's kind of something that this team has taught me, because I know that a lot of players have personal problems, and just seeing how they're able to stay focused with their goal when it comes to football, and just like staying focused, working hard at practice, doing the small things to get better. So
That's
yeah,
all.
that's definitely like something that I've noticed.
So we actually have a 7-on-7 club team. And
Mm.
one of the things that's on the rise are the girls 7-on-7 club teams. And you being a football player, it doesn't matter if you're just a kicker or whatnot. You're a very important part of the team. but you are a football player. You put on the gear just like everybody else. What would you say to a 10-year-old girl who watches football with her dad at home? You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I think things are changing in a way that, there's going to be more opportunities, and you're a great example of somebody who's doing both. What would be your advice to young girls that are going to be faced with the opportunity to go for these opportunities, like to play different sports?
Yeah, I'd say definitely go for the opportunity. Like if you have a chance to go out there and play for a 7v7 team, like definitely go do it because there aren't many of those out there. And I'd say something that I would tell younger girls is to not let anyone tell you what you can and can't do. Because I know when I first started, there were some guys that were like, oh, like I can kick better than her and stuff like that. And you just have to know what you want to do and don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
That's great job. I'm sure you have some people that you want to thank.
Oh, yeah.
Like to thank, just kind of list off some of the people that made a difference in your life.
Definitely a lot of people. I'd say obviously my family is important because they've always helped me like stay on track, and just given me the chance to play soccer and helps me go out there and want to go play football. And then when it comes to football, I'd say definitely Coach Collins and the other coaching staff that we have. And obviously the snapper, Cayenne, my holder, Sal, and the lineman who protects me. And then when it comes to soccer, I'd say definitely my coaches and my teammates. So there are a lot of people to thank, but I hope everyone knows that they've been a big part in like my journey.
Well, I'm so glad that I got to meet you at least through Zoom. I'm
Yeah.
sure I'm going to see you one of these
Thank you
days.
for having me.
Yeah. No, this is awesome. We're connected now, some way, somehow. So if you ever have any questions about what we do and all that stuff, feel free to reach out. Manalo's also at school, so.
Yep.
But before I let you go, I do want to remind you, because you are a senior and you do play football, that we do have a GSF Senior All-Star game coming up.
Okay.
I know it's going to be soccer season, but just in case you're interested, let us know.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
And that's pretty much it. Manalo, do you have any other question for Kennedy?
Not really. I think that's it.
Good luck in the season this year. Are you playing?
Thank you.
You're playing, right?
For Lincoln, no, I can't.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm playing MLS next, so they won't let me.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. Are you playing?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Well, make sure you guys win. Make sure you guys win.
Thank you. Good luck with MLS next.
Hey, you know what? We're gonna definitely go to a couple of your games.
Okay, thank you. I'll send you guys the schedule if you need it.
Yeah, that would be awesome. And let's see. We have a friend over in Utah, Luke Batari. He is a quarterback for the football team. He's the only one that I know. Now we know you. So now we know two people.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll let you go. Thank you so much for taking the
much.
time. And we'll put this up as a segment. And I'm sure everybody's gonna be tuning in to listen to what we talked about.
Hopefully. Thank you for
You got the
having
egg sandwich, right? Did you get it yet?
Like the sandwich?
Yeah.
The coupon.
Oh, the what?
The coupons.
I don't think so.
Okay, Coach Collins is gonna give it to you.
Because
You're our special teams player of the week.
Thank you.
Yeah. Congratulations. Thank you again for making the time. We'll see each other soon.
Yes.
All right. Good luck this Friday.
Thank you.
All right. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Cool. So what'd you think, Manalo?
I thought it was pretty chill. I mean, covered a lot of stuff, first of all, and got to know a little bit more about her, which is pretty cool. And I know I'm just looking forward to those soccer games. I'm actually looking forward to them.
We got to check out a couple of games.
Mm-hmm.